Donald John Trump, born June 14, 1946, is an American politician, media personality, and businessman who served as the 45th President of the United States. Trump received a Bachelor of Science in Economics from the University of Pennsylvania in 1968, and his father named him president of his real estate business in 1971. Trump renamed it to Trump Organization and reoriented the company towards building and renovating skyscrapers, hotels, casinos, and golf courses. After a series of business failures in the late 20th century, let me take a brief pause here. Here is a big salute to you, Mr. Trump. This is where my most deepest respect comes from towards you. No matter what is thrown at you, and it doesn't matter age, circumstances, or situation, you keep pushing forward. Thank you, Mr. Trump. You're an inspiration because people only talk about the wins and never the loss. And Lord knows I have failed more times than I've ever won. But no problem. Tomorrow is a new day. As I always say, I always keep pushing forward. No looking back. Can't change the past. I don't own a time machine or a DeLorean. For sure, you could bet I will at least try and try again. Quote Napoleon Hill, winners never quit and quitters never win. Back to Mr. Trump. It's about him, not me. He successfully launched his side ventures that required little capital, mostly by licensing the Trump name. From 2004 to 2015, he co-produced and hosted The Apprentice, a #1 TV show for a decade plus, and also has appeared on movies, TV shows, sitcoms, music videos, etc. He and his businesses have been both plaintiff or defended in more than 4,000 state and federal legal actions, including bankruptcies. Trump won the 2016 election, making him President of the United States of America, number 45, and soon to be number 47, to turn America in the right direction. Make America great again. Please. It's been survival mode ever since Joe Biden entered the White House. But I can't even fit everything into a 10-minute video. So let's go live and in action to see all the good that Donald John Trump has brought to us. Editors, roll clip, fair use.
That's Trump way back in 1994, appearing with then-wife Marla Maples on Will Smith's sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mr. Donald! Oh my God!
Trump made cameos on many popular TV shows of the day. There was Sex and the City.
I'll be at my office at Trump Tower.
And Spin City with Michael J. Fox.
Mr. Trump here wrote The Art of the Deal. Then he wrote a new bestseller, The Art of the Comeback.
2 books.
Wow.
He even showed up on WrestleMania.
I've never seen a barber.
Trump's also appeared in movies.
You were good.
There he is with Bo Derek in a movie very few people saw when it was released in 1989.
Be assured, Mrs. Scott, that in this room there are knives sharp enough to cut you to the bone, and hearts cold enough to eat yours as hors d'oeuvres.
I don't think that the legendary Clark Gable has anything to fear, I must tell you.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Remember Home Alone 2, Lost in New York? A young Macaulay Culkin runs into Trump in the lobby of the Plaza Hotel. He is with current wife Melania in Zoolander.
Who's got more trash than any of you?
And there's...
Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
Who's #1 with Hispanics? Trump.
Yes, you told us
Trump.
that earlier.
I've made it known, if I win, they're going back. Wanting this. We had a few people that didn't, and that's okay. It's impossible to get 100%, but we passed this in the Senate 87-12. That's unheard of. And the one person that missed the vote was actually in Afghanistan doing a very good job, Lindsey Graham. And I think I can honestly say that he would have voted in favor. Lindsey was for it. And so it's 88-12. And then in the House, we passed it 358-36. And you look at this vote, 358-36, you don't have votes like that. Hopefully we can do so well for border security, but it won't happen. Hard to believe, because border security to me is simpler. Criminal justice reform, I started looking at it very closely. And when you have somebody put in jail for 54 years because he did something and there's no chance of him coming out, and totally nonviolent, but there was a violation of a rule, that's tough stuff. Alice Johnson, I let her out. She was in jail for 22 years. She had another 28 years. And the crime was, let's say, I think most of you would agree, was not worthy of a 50-year term in prison. And she came out, and I'll never forget the look on her face. She walked out of jail after 22 years, and she was with her family. She was with her family. And they greeted her at the door, and everyone, she had grandsons, big, strong, beautiful guys. They grabbed their grandmother, and they were all crying. Everybody was crying. I said, what a beautiful thing that is.
Trump and the Taliban, reminding us of what we had just a few short years ago.
I'll give you my favorite President Trump story. This is my #1 favorite of all time. When we were negotiating with the Taliban, while President Trump was still the president, President Trump wanted to get out of Afghanistan, but he wanted a conditions-based withdrawal, meaning that you do what we tell you to do, and then we will start pulling troops back slowly as long as you abide by our rules. It's President Trump and Mike Pompeo, and they are talking to Taliban leadership in the room, and they had one translator in the room. President Trump looked at the Taliban leader and said this: I want to leave Afghanistan, but it's going to be a conditions-based withdrawal. And translator translated. And he said, if you harm a hair on a single American, I'm going to kill you. And the translator goes, and Trump goes, tell him.
Yes.
Tell him what I said. Tell him what I said. Reached in his pocket, pulled out a satellite photo of the leader of the Taliban's home and handed it to him.
Shut up.
Got up and walked out the room.
Sure did.
Do you know for 18 months not a single American was killed in Afghanistan?
Sure did.
That's the definition of strength. That's what I'm talking about.
And that, folks, is how it's done.
Friends, delegates, and fellow citizens, I stand before you this evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope. 4 months from now, we will have an incredible victory, and we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. Together, we will launch a new era of safety, prosperity, and freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Jose, your regular Joe Blow again, keeping an eye out and my ears open to anything and everything that can help us move forward and for knowledge and continued growth. And let me tell you, Donald John Trump feels that and some. Full salute, sir. Thank you for your service, sacrifice, and continued love and respect for our country and the Constitution, plus your continued support for law and order. Also respect for all the law enforcement and first responders. My heart goes out to all of you and my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And another thank you for your continued support. I serve you, and it is truly a privilege. You afford me the time and the will to do my best to bring you my best. See you on the next one, guys. Remember, stay free.